Hello guys and welcome to round 1 of the Grandmasters League. This is game 2 between FeAge and Jordan23, and if you missed game 1 then click down to the bottom right now and click there to go to game 1 so you don't get any spoilers or anything like that, and please click away now. And I'm gonna assume you've already clicked away. So FeAge, well, what can I say, really unlucky in that first game. I feel really sorry for him actually, but at the end of the day he used his restart once already, and ultimately the map wasn't bugged. So as much as it might seem unfair, that's just the way it is, unfortunately. It could have happened to Jordan as well, and FeAge was kind of unlucky to be in that situation, but he's coming into this game now and he is 1-0 down. So I'm sure he is pretty determined to get a game from Jordan here, and this is his home map. Of course, Jordan choosing Land Nomad and FeAge here choosing Islands. He's playing as Teal down to the bottom right of the map, playing in Teal as Vikings. His opponent Jordan23 in blue up to the north, playing as Vikings as well. We have a Vikings war on Islands, and it should be a good one. We should see upgrading to the Feudal Age pretty quickly. It's important to get up to the Feudal Age fast in this map because your opponents are likely to be doing the same, and you don't want to lose that galley advantage. Of course, taking the water control is a huge deal, and it really does mean the difference between making or breaking a game. FeAge, kind of a side dock right here, some fishing ships coming out right now, we'll see from both of them. Jordan, again, a side dock from him, neither front nor back, neither up nor down, and they're kind of just in limbo on the side of their islands. That kind of makes sense. The fish are pretty bad at the back of the islands, and at least they can fish on the edges here, and they're not going all in on a front dock. Very risky to go for a full front dock because, of course, fishing ships being exposed, and of course the potential that you might not be able to get the galleys out and then lose your water control pretty quickly. So FeAge gonna dock on the side, Jordan gonna dock on the side as well, and FeAge, oh dear, look at this villager, 4 HP left on that, gotta be very careful here, and oh no, FeAge losing a villager there, really bad start for him. That is not good. Jordan luring his boar in right now, not losing any villagers for him, and FeAge losing that boar, pretty bad start. As I said just before, important to get up to the Feudal Age as fast as you can, and now of course he's going to have to be careful not to let this villager get close to the edge. Don't go and send him to build a dock, because any galleys that are around could just pick him off in 1 or 2 shots, and that could be a real nightmare. So FeAge really bad there, losing a villager, unfortunate for him, and he's going to be pretty desperate to get up to the Feudal Age now and get there as quickly as he can so that he can gain that advantage on the water, which is ultimately what he's going to be trying to do. I'm going to be interested to see as well if they go for 3 or 4 docks. It's usually a toss-up between the two, but you can't take the risk perhaps of going 3 docks and then your opponent going 4 and then not having enough galleys to continue creating so enough docks even to continue creating galleys. We'll probably see Feudal Age times around, where's the clock gone off, around 8ish minutes, 8.5 perhaps, and we should see that pretty shortly. I'm going to speed things up until then and wait till the action gets underway. FeAge is doing a loom right now and then upgrading to the Feudal Age straight after. Jordan, not feudal just yet, waiting on this on these fishing ships, it seems, to send the food back, and up to Feudal he goes, a little bit further behind FeAge there, quite a few seconds behind him, and FeAge going to get Feudal first, and now of course going very heavy into wood, very heavy into gold, well, not very heavy into gold, more heavy into wood of course, but 3 gold collectors going over there, and he's going to want to be getting enough wood and enough gold to sustain galley production. Of course, right now he's only got 2 docks on the way. He's going to have enough wood for another 2 and enough wood to continually make galleys. Jordan, on the other hand, he's only got 1 dock up at the moment. The second one isn't going down just yet, but again 3 villagers going over to gold for him, and we'll probably see another dock being added on very shortly. He's got enough resources for it. He just needs to plonk down that foundation and start making it. Just wait to see what he does. Both going up to the Feudal Age right now, and FeAge with his second dock almost completed, third perhaps on the way, and he's going to hit Feudal first with more docks, which does mean that he's going to have a little advantage going into the Feudal Age, which is going to help him out massively. We'll see how this one goes for him actually. Second villager going over here, and there's the dock going down as well. So 3 docks from him so far. House going down with this villager here as well. Make sure you don't get population caps, pretty important thing to do. Jordan's second dock is just going up, but FeAge now reaching the feudal age in just a second will have the advantage going on in, and if he can continue to produce galleys from these docks non-stop, then he's going to be in a nice situation indeed. 97%, 98%, 99% feudal, and we'll see galleys coming out straight away from him once he can afford them and keep the production going. Jordan just about to hit feudal as well, but still only just his second dock going up. The third one will probably come out pretty quickly as well, and potentially a fourth from both of these guys. FeAge's villager here still milling around. Perhaps he's going to go and build a fourth with this one, maybe a house or something first. We'll see how that one goes, but there we go, Jordan with his third coming out right now, and FeAge already with his galleys starting to come out now. And it looks to me like Jordan is going to be a little bit slower to get started, but we'll see how it goes. And of course FeAge did lose that villager earlier on, which is impacting him a little bit. FeAge here though, with these deer, he's starting to lure these back to his town centre now, and that's kind of nice for him. These deer of course going to give him that little food boost that he needs to maintain more villagers on wood than Jordan perhaps. Jordan here with 2 sheep left under his town centre, and his deer a little bit in a worse position. Unfortunately for him, his deer are quite far out and they're a little bit awkward to lure. I imagine that one probably impossible to lure, and I can't imagine he'll be doing that. Perhaps he's going to mill them a little bit later on, but certainly not taking berries yet. Neither is FeAge, and that is something that is usually left until a lot later on. And yeah, FeAge starting to push out right now, going over to the left because it's closer to his side. He's going to see that there's nothing around the side just here, and Jordan is going to probably go across the back over the top. Have a look at their scouting information. Well, Jordan's already scouted his island very well indeed. FeAge a little bit sloppy, not scouted this area yet. He could have scouted his island fully. There could be a gold pile. Well, he knows there's not a gold pile there, there's 2 gold piles, but there could be something here worth noting. There's a relic there, for instance, and a bit of forest as well. So FeAge not scouted his island now, but he is starting to scout around the front and find out where Jordan is. He knows that there's nothing around this side just yet, so he probably assumes there's something on the other, and Jordan just starting to move out now as well and find out what FeAge is doing, where he's going. He's scouting around on this side and he's not seen anything yet, so he's going to probably assume that FeAge is going to be on the front or on the other side. It's unlikely that he would have backdocked. It's a bit too risky on this map, as you could be very susceptible to landing if you backdock. Turning around right there as he realises that FeAge isn't on this side, perhaps going to go and check out the other side right now. FeAge of course scouting around the back here, and oh, he's just seen that villager there building that house even, and if he comes back he may just be able to pick that villager off. That would be nice for him, and there we go, just going to start attacking that villager. I don't think he's going to be able to kill that villager because Jordan is just over here with his navy, and he's probably going to clear FeAge up very quickly here, but nicely done by FeAge. You're going to attack that villager there, prevent that house from going up, and potentially pop block Jordan. Jordan though not getting population blocked, but he could have been if that house didn't go up in time. Fortunately for Jordan he wasn't, and FeAge unable to really prevent that house from going up for very long because Jordan of course is going to start chasing him down now, and FeAge now finding his docks. He knows exactly where he's at, and he is going to be looking to take out these fishing ships if he can. Going to be careful not to lose his galleys. Of course he's outnumbered massively, but he's still going in trying to pick away at these fishing ships here, and if he does manage to get one down, that's going to really help him out and at least give him a little bit of an advantage. But no, forced away, he's massively outnumbered and he's going to be very careful there. Fletching already done for FeAge right now as well. He's got +1 attack on his galleys, and Jordan without fletching just yet. Gonna have to wait and see if he does get that. And oh, just realised, very nice from FeAge at the back here with 4 galleys at the back, preventing this mill from going up. And oh, Jordan a little bit sloppy there, continuing to send villagers to those berries without changing his gather point. That villager could have been toast if he didn't realise that. And now as well just starting to take his deer over here also. So FeAge doing pretty good, harassing at the back as well. I've got to say Jordan's gold here pretty close to the shoreline. Of course he's put a mining camp on this side so his villagers aren't so close to the shore, but that's pretty risky. Over here as well, FeAge still trying to pick off these fishing ships, and he's doing a good job. He might just get one here. Very nicely done by him. Still keeping his galleys alive. Very well done indeed. And Jordan trying to do the same, it seems, over down on FeAge's side. But FeAge keeping his fishing ships alive and taking the 2 galleys from Jordan there. And FeAge's are still alive, so I've got to say FeAge doing pretty good here. He's keeping his galleys alive. He's got fletching. Jordan has not got fletching just yet, and FeAge could turn around and take this this fight quite easily. 2 galleys coming in behind, very low on HP indeed, and FeAge could work that to his advantage there. But I've got to say, so far FeAge doing a good job. He's in the lead with score massively already, and it looks to me like he may have more galleys out on the water. He's got 15 right now, and Jordan on 11. Economy wise, well, there's not really so much going on just yet. Perhaps looking to get up to the castle age pretty soon. Sorry for my alarm going off again. I have it set every 2 hours, so I keep track of time. I do apologise for that, and yes, I do have an HTC. But FeAge massively saturating his berries here. There's a lot of villagers on berries. Looks like he's going to get ready to go up to the castle age pretty soon, seeding a few farms as well. The market going up also, as well as the blacksmith, of course. His 2 castle feudal age buildings. We'll probably see castle from FeAge pretty quickly. Jordan still a little bit further away. He's just gathering up these deer now though, so perhaps he's getting ready to go castle age pretty soon as well. But look at this, Jordan still without fletching, and FeAge with the number advantage. FeAge is doing a pretty good job here, and I'm really surprised that Jordan does not have fletching yet. I don't know why. I think really he should be thinking about getting it, because Jordan is going to lose more galleys than necessary if he does go into a fight with FeAge. Even if FeAge is a level on numbers, which at the moment he's not actually. He's going to have to retreat away from that because Jordan does have the number advantage here, but of course FeAge going to retreat and still attack at the same time. Could be able to pick off a couple of galleys here. There's quite a lot of them that are fairly low on HP, but FeAge now going to be retreating because he is upgrading to the castle age, and he's going to want to keep those galleys alive so that he can upgrade them to war galley once he reaches castle, and of course make the most of them. Retreating away with these guys and looking to regroup his units together, and he still has an attack advantage over Jordan. Jordan still doesn't have fletching here, and I know I'm making kind of a big deal about it, but it kind of is a big deal. If you've got the same number of galleys but all of your galleys have +1 attack, it's obvious that you're going to win that fight. And FeAge here coming in, he's got probably equal numbers, but he's going to win this battle because he does have fletching, and that is going to make a big difference. Jordan here going to lose a couple of galleys, and that is not good because he too going up to the castle age right now, in fact just now, and he is going to have less galleys going into the castle age. So I've got to say, FeAge playing this one pretty well. He's already got everything he needs set to go to the castle age. He's just stockpiling a little bit more gold so he can upgrade war galley and bodkin arrow as soon as he does reach castle. I imagine that is what we'll see from him, and keeping the galley production going as well, going to be a must, as he is going to be doing that very well indeed already, as we can see. Chasing Jordan across the map, and FeAge doing a pretty good job here. 300 points in the lead already, and I've got to say, nicely done by him, and gonna have a nice little advantage going into the castle age. Getting ready now, just going up to castle age. He's gonna see what he can pick away, but retreating just for a second. Oh, very nice there. Could have potentially killed that villager and stopped him from making that dock, but Jordan again with the number advantage here. FeAge though, if we have a look at his dock, there's war galley, there's bodkin arrow, and he is going to have the tech advantage again very quickly indeed. Jordan quite a while till he reaches castle here, chasing FeAge down. And I don't know if he didn't get fletching so he could upgrade to the castle age faster, but either way it didn't work because FeAge still made it up to castle before him. And he has got a lot of galleys on the water right now. War galley just about to be completed. As you can see, he's turning around, getting ready to pursue Jordan, but of course galleys being faster does mean that he won't be able to catch him up once he does upgrade to war galley. There it is, fully upgraded war galleys already, just needs careening and he will have them fully upgraded actually, so not fully upgraded just yet, but still waiting for careening. And he's now going to go and pursue Jordan, of course, and Jordan now advancing up to the castle age. There's the fletching research from him. He probably reached castle and thought, right, I'll get Bodkin Arrow now, and then he realised I didn't have fletching, and that has really cost him quite a lot. He's lost a lot more galleys than he needs to have, and FeAge now attacking this dock here. Taking out the docks is a good idea, of course. Every dock costs 150 wood, and that is a 1 and approximately 1.5 galleys, war galleys. So taking out a dock is a good idea. It means that, of course, you're going to have to rebuild that dock, which is going to cost you more wood and delay your galley production. And it does mean that you're not producing galleys from it as well, which is, of course, going to give the other person an advantage. So FeAge playing this one very nicely indeed. He's just hanging around the shoreline. Perhaps he's going to try and get some harassment in on the shore as well. Got to say though, Jordan's gold here not in the best position, very easily attacked from the shore, and this gold in a little bit of a better position, but of course it's not infinite and it will eventually run out. Second town centre going up for FeAge now, and this is where it's very important to make sure you don't go for a huge eco boom and abandon your war galleys, because you can't afford to lose water. And FeAge getting that town centre up right now. He may wait a little bit until he gets his third town centre up in favour of making more galleys, of course. Just spending wood there on perhaps a university. No, he's already got his university up on ballistics. He's getting ballistics already. That's nice from him, and of course queuing more war galleys as well. We'll see them being queued up very shortly also. So pretty good stuff from him. No third town centre just yet, but Jordan on the other hand knows he's got a little bit of a disadvantage on the water right now. He's not got as many war galleys, just researching ballistics himself, but still only on 1 TC. He might delay his second town centre a little bit just to get more galleys out, or he may stop galley production and make his second TC pretty quickly. In fact, he is doing that. He's not actually queuing any galleys right now in favour of getting that TC up, and he's going to do that just now as he does have the resources to do so. He may continue to carry on making galleys, or he may stop the galley production altogether until he has got his third TC up. We'll keep an eye on his stone count on that one and see if he does do that. But I still think FeAge has got the number advantages here, and if he does get his third town centre up before Jordan does, then he could still have an advantage overall. Jordan, there we go, third town centre going down right now. There is 1, and where is 2? There it is on this gold. Good idea to get it on the gold, but of course that gold really not in a great position for him. Big engagement now on the water. Very hard to see who's actually going to win this one, as all the ships are so clumped together. FeAge looks like he's actually struggling to get his ships to the front and attack here though. Looks like Jordan could even gain an advantage here in this battle, and I think maybe FeAge gonna be losing this one. It's hard to say, very hard to say indeed. It's hard to call it, but I think Jordan here gonna have to retreat. Looks like FeAge has got the higher numbers, and retreating indeed. FeAge now with ballistics, of course, so he can take out those fleeing ships a lot more easily. Jordan too with his second and third town centre just going up. FeAge with his second town centre up, his third just about to go up now. So a little bit delayed getting the third one up, but he did go in favour of more war galleys, and he's continuing war galley production. So if we have a look at the ship count, should be in favour of FeAge here, 25 to 21, slightly in favour of FeAge, but of course he does still have the 3 town centres as well. And both these guys, I've got to say, fairly neck and neck, though FeAge has had the advantage going into the castle age. It looks like he's holding on to that slightly for the time being, chasing Jordan across the map, and FeAge as well with careening right now. That could have been the reason why he did win this battle down here. He did have careening, which did give him that +1 armor on his ships, which did mean that he did have a slight advantage going into that battle, and that could have won him. That could have been what won him. And as you can see, harassment coming in right here as well on this gold, preventing Jordan from gathering the gold, and I think FeAge recognises this as a very important area of the map. He knows he's going to have to pressure this as well as he can, because if he can prevent gold coming in from Jordan, that means he's going to delay his upgrades, and he's going to delay the amount of galleys he can make if this gold does get depleted towards the end. So FeAge recognising that already, he's already trying to attack and harass that, and FeAge clinging on to his score lead for the time being. If we have a look now, more farms starting to be seeded, as these guys starting to think about the Imperial age already. It's not too far off before they're going to be looking to advance up to Imperial, and of course again getting the advantage into the Imperial age will make a difference. Getting those upgrades and the tech before your opponent opponent is always a good thing. FeAge adding on more docks as well. He's up to about 6 now, I believe, and he is continuing to produce galleys non-stop, which is going to be good for him. Looking at the galley count, 36 to 31, so he's maintaining that little lead, and nice around the back here with some war galleys at the back of Jordan's base, picking off a couple of villagers again, and if he comes around here, he may be able to hit some on this wood pile as well. So nicely done by him. And he is mindful of the fact that Jordan has got quite an easy economy to attack at the back there. Jordan again going in for a little attack now, but FeAge forcing him back again with superior numbers, and Jordan too, as I was saying, starting to seed a few more farms now and really start to get that food income going so that they can start thinking about getting up to the Imperial Age. It's not too far now before they do get that. The food count is very low, but look at the gold, it's nearing on 800, and galleys really don't cost that much in comparison to the Imperial upgrades. So looks like FeAge is getting ready to go Imperial pretty shortly, seeding more farms as I said, and continuing to push Jordan back out in the water. And this is a little bit bad for Jordan here, losing these fishing ships, throwing them away, giving them to FeAge. He's like, here we go, a little present for you. But of course, if you didn't notice those fishing ships going there was not a lot he could have done about that, because the fish did deplete at the back, and of course the fishing ships are going to go to their nearest fish to the dock, which is just down here, in right where FeAge's ships are. FeAge going to retreat away, but I think he's going to be ready to go up to the Imperial Age pretty shortly. As you can see, more farms being added on still, and he will need that food as well for the upgrades once he gets into the Imperial Age. Jordan doing the same, and we'll see Jordan looking to go Imperial pretty soon as well. But I've got to say, FeAge doing a nice job around here, still attacking Jordan's economy. As you can see, a couple of dead bodies down on the floor there, and that is going to give FeAge a nice little advantage as well, or not a nice little advantage, but it is going to give him a little bit of an advantage, and every advantage is an advantage. It all does add up in the long run. Another engagement by the looks of things on the water. I think FeAge is about to go Imperial anytime now. He just needs a little bit extra food, and he will be there. He's got gold in the bank already, and he's going to probably win this engagement as well on the water here. Looks like he's getting a huge score lead over time as well. That's a 400 score lead there just from that battle, and nicely done by him, picking off the war galleys as they retreat once again. And we'll see Imperial from him pretty shortly too. Monk with relic over here, collecting the relics up. You're mad not to, because the relics really do give a nice little gold boost over time. He has got 3 on his island, which is kind of nice for him. If you have a look at Jordan's island, Jordan has 1 relic, possibly 2, but yeah, FeAge with a lot of relics on his side, and that is useful. Maybe a little bit of karma for Jordan in the last game after FeAge had such a bad map. FeAge with the much better map this time, it seems, and making the most of it by collecting up those relics. Jordan here sending in some war galleys at the back, and that's quite nice. That's going to be able to pick off war galleys of FeAge as they come out, and of course it is going to force FeAge's main force back to deal with that. So FeAge really is closing down on Jordan here, and Jordan could lose his entire navy if FeAge is to engage here. But I think Jordan is going to create a little bit of a distraction with these war galleys, force FeAge back to his base, and there we go, FeAge advancing up to the Imperial Age as well. Very nice study done from him, and Jordan a little bit further behind. He needs a bit more food, he needs a bit more gold before he can afford the Imperial upgrade, and even after spending all that resources to get up to Imperial, FeAge even is 500 score in the lead. Very nicely done by him, very nicely played indeed, and hopefully by the time he reaches Imperial he'll be looking to have enough resources in the bank ready to get those upgrades straight away. Of course he'll be looking to get the galleon upgrade, the chemistry upgrade, and the bracer upgrade. Potentially we'll see all of those straight away. 700 score lead for FeAge here, and Jordan starting to fall behind a little bit. Upgrading to the Imperial Age now. Jordan's gold here starting to run out, and that's a little bit of a problem for him, because this gold, again, as I say, in such a bad position that Jordan is going to be forced to mine this one out before he can consider even going over here. And even when he does go over here, FeAge with the galleons shortly will be able to attack that very, very easily indeed. Continuing to take out Jordan's docks, it's a good idea. Jordan's starting to add docks on at the back as well, and looks like he's still hovering around with these ships back here. FeAge with a huge number advantage though, 44 ships, 43 for Jordan, and FeAge on 55. That's a good good 12 ships advantage, and that really will make a difference if he's going to be engaging with galleons a little bit later on as well, and especially if he gets all the upgrades straight away. We'll keep an eye on those once he reaches Imperial, but right now sort of hovering around. I'm not sure why he's not really pushing his advantage here. He probably could take out the whole of Jordan's navy, and of course continuing to add in those galleys, war galleys that are constantly being created non-stop. Jordan now with a little bit of a distraction coming around the back, starting to take out some war galleys. Perhaps he's going to go for his berries, which have already been depleted, or look for somewhere where he can attack. He could come here and take out this town centre, for instance, but Jordan is creating a nice distraction, and FeAge with a huge battle up here right now, and he could actually beat Jordan if he had kept his whole navy together. Of course, bringing some of this navy back just so he can deal and clean up with these war galleys back here. A very nice distraction from Jordan there, and if FeAge wasn't to send any galleys back, then he probably would have won this battle. So that little distraction from Jordan potentially saving him his navy right there. Very nicely done indeed. FeAge up to the Imperial age, bracer being researched, galleon being researched, and of course chemistry being researched as well straight away from him. No delays at all, and he is going to have a fully teched up navy in just a moment. Still around the back here as well, perhaps yet another villager being killed over here. FeAge continuing the harassment around the back, and that is nice for him. He's going to be able to do a little bit of harassment, kill a couple of villagers, and just be a general annoyance for Jordan. Jordan getting away with 2 war galleys down here, that's a miracle, as he too advances up to the Imperial age. Nicely done indeed, and he's still a little bit further behind. I see a transport ship coming up for FeAge here. Looks like he's going to go for a landing pretty shortly. I'll keep my eye on that, but Jordan now being chased down by FeAge here as he gets up to galleon upgrade. He gets his bracer upgrade, and chemistry is on the way at 70%. He is going to be fully teched up in just a moment. Looking at Jordan's economy though, looks like he's just getting some of the upgrades, but not all. I don't see the galleon upgrade. There it is. He's getting galleon, he is getting bracer, and he isn't getting chemistry just yet, which he can afford, but he's not opting for at the moment, which is interesting because I thought perhaps he would try and do that. There we go, chemistry straight, there we go. And yeah, it looks like FeAge has got a massive advantage going into this, continuing to take out the docks, and he's going to engage these galleons over here as well. But look down here, FeAge with the landing, a castle no doubt, and there we go. I think Jordan is going to see that, it's right on the edge, and he has seen the blueprint for the building of course, but now FeAge going to get this castle here, and he has of course recognized that this is such an important area of the map. This gold here, if this castle goes up, not going to be able to collect from it. Of course, throwing up a castle in defense as quickly as he can. Over on the water we have another massive battle going on, but look how many ships FeAge does have. 56 for Jordan and a good 68 for FeAge. Still 10 ships in the lead no doubt, and with the +1 attack on his galleons as well, he's going into this battle with a nice advantage. This castle gonna go up it seems, but Jordan's gonna get his castle up first. But as long as FeAge gets this castle up, it's gonna be a huge play by him, and that is going to be really important. If he gets this castle, and I can't see why he wouldn't get this castle up, Jordan isn't going to be able to gather this gold for a while, and that is going to slow him down as this gold is nearly depleted. Jordan resigning as soon as that castle gets put up, and he realizes he's lost on the water. And perhaps he could have actually held on a little bit longer on the water, but you've got to bear in mind he will be running really low on gold here. He's starting to run low already as it is. This one almost depleted, fully saturated, and he can't move his villagers over here, otherwise they're all going to die. He's only got 1 relic, and possibly 2, and FeAge of course with 3 over here. That does mean that FeAge did take that game, and he played that one very well indeed. Of course this is his home map, but he did play that one very well. Jordan and FeAge tying this one up 1 game apiece, which does mean that they gain 1 point each, which puts them below Dogao and above Chris. Dogao of course on 3 now, Jordan on 1, FeAge on 1, and Chris on 0. So I hope you did enjoy this game. That concludes day 2 of the GML. Tomorrow, day 3, I'm going to be bringing you the Viper versus Good Boy, aka Ming. 2 games from those guys tomorrow at approximately the same time, 2 PM GMT. So hopefully you look forward to that. Hopefully you enjoyed this game, and as usual, I've been Zach, and I'll see you next time.